Hello, hello, and welcome, my Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to the Truth About Your Twin Flame read for June 2020. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, and president of Drawing the Circle Productions. Very, very happy, obviously, to be reading it all, let alone reading for you today. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, because I am trying to put out content every single day through this time of challenge that we are going through on planet Earth. And do feel free to comment in the comment section below. I do like feedback, good feedback, helpful, creative, positive, loving is always nice, but Aquarians, friends to everybody. I'm sure you will keep it on the up and up. Cool. Couple of things before we get down to business. This is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not, and check your other signs. We're only doing 13 cards for a twin flame spread. Upload times have been ridiculous with everybody on the internet, so trying to keep them brief but informative. I think you'll like the spread if you haven't caught one of your other signs already. Just to define quickly what a twin flame is, how I work at least. Not everyone's going to like this, but tough. This is how I work. A twin flame is a type of soul contract, as is a soulmate contract. They are similar in that, but that's where they part ways right there after that, because twin flames, you teach each other how to love yourselves, how to heal yourselves, rather than giving each other the love that you can give and want to give to each other and want to receive from each other and helping each other heal. That's soulmate. You are doing kind of the opposite. You are teaching each other how to love yourselves, how to heal yourselves, how to set boundaries, self-esteem, self-worth. That's what you're learning in the contract itself. Hence, they can be very traumatic, but very transformative, which is the point of them. Nor do you only have one per lifetime, nor are they all romantic sexual. You can have several twin flames and soulmate contracts in your life, but here's the tea, and what this spread is about, what these readings are about. Twin flames prepare you to be a better soulmate. In other words, the mate of your own soul, loving yourself, healing yourself, healthy boundaries, resolving that stuff so that you can be a better, even romantic sexual soulmate, even though, like, for instance, I say over and over, because it's true, my father was a twin flame contract, my mother's a soulmate. So literally, I came in to study soul contracts in this life. Hello, since jump. since September 6, 1968. This is my birthday, right? Yes, I'm going to be 52. I don't look it, do I? Yeah, well, Themyscira and DNA. What can I tell you? That being said, shall we get down to it? The three questions this spread's supposed to answer, according to my guides, is number one, how is this twin flame contract transforming me? Like, for the better. As horrible as it may be, as traumatic as it may be, how is it making me better as a soul? How is it helping my soul awaken? Second two, how can I make it work? What if it is a family member? What if it's just going to be like this the rest of this incarnation with this person, but I got to make it work, right? The third one is really the one I think you're here for. You may not know you're here for. How is this twin flame contract making me a better soulmate so that I can have the type of soulmate contracts that I really want to experience in this life? And I think that's where the benefit of this reading comes in. Cool. Let's do this. Focus on your breath. I will do the same. To get you the guidance, clarity, and info and grace that I can. Because to me, this is important work. As we all heal individually, we're helping the collective heal. And that's your thing, my Aquarians, right? The humanity, the humanitarianism of it all, that as we heal holographically, we're helping each other heal. So let's do this. Breathe. And we're going to start with a Caroline Myss archetype deck card for you. We're not doing divine feminine, divine masculine like we usually do. We're just doing the zodiac sign on one side and the twin on the other to eliminate some of that back and forth of not being sure which one you are. So here we go. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. I'm ready. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract that they find themselves in this June 2020 or timeless? What is the dominant archetype that they are alchemizing in this transformative twin flame contract for June 2020, or timeless? Oh dear, the damsel archetype. I'm familiar with her. Feminine family archetypes, the damsel. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee, the damsel, the shadow. Waiting for a knight to provide for you, and that's a K-N-I-G-H-T, not a J-Lo waiting for tonight. Whoa. Seduction by romantic illusions. And that's the thing. We all have romantic illusions. How could you grow up on this planet in the past, 300 years? Okay, maybe that's a stretch. Without romantic notions and romantic delusions, right? And by not being seduced by them, but being seduced by an illusion doesn't mean it's a lifelong contract, right? It is something that you can unseduce yourself from, particularly, of course, through the light attribute. Understanding the nature of healthy romance. So look, you're getting first card down. This is probably a romantic contract we're looking at. Not every twin flame read that I do is, because that's not every twin flame contract is romantic sexual, but I think you've got one here. And it's to teach you understanding the nature of healthy romance. And how do we learn what healthy romance is? By experiencing caught in a bad romance. I'm sorry. And I totally have Gaga in my head now. Oh la la. Inspires you to rely on yourself, which absolutely, praise God, hallelujah, for Aquarians. You guys are really good at that, right? So you don't damsel well necessarily, right? You rather pick yourself up by your own bootstraps and do your own thing. And like Drew Barrymore in Ever After, it's a perfect Cinderella damsel story of one who rescues herself, right? That light side of the damsel archetype. So that's you. Before we look at the twin, we're going to get you 3 major arcana cards from the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Past, present, future, simple timeline of where you've been, where you are, and where you are going in this contract. This should be fun. Breathe. Fingers crossed for you, my goddesses, please. Athena in particular, your point of view, your celestial eyes, your gray eyes, please. 3 cards, simple timeline, past, present, future for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign damsel archetype in this twin flame contract for June 2020. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Where has this damsel been? Where's she been? Where is she now in this contract? Thank you very much. And I say she because it's the damsel. This could be a guy I'm reading for. I am completely well aware of this. But for that damsel, where's she going? I want to see where she's going. All right. This actually feels good, but let's see. It could be 3 womp-womps in a row. I don't know. Well, you're coming from the mother, right? The Empress, Mawu, coming from this place of you might be married, or at least in that place of that, not married necessarily just like legally ring on the finger type of thing, but not maiden phase, not crone phase, mother phase, right? Regardless of your gender, that fertility, that fullness, really coming from that stable place of creativity. I mean, she's literally giving birth on the back of an elephant, Mawu. Very, very earthy, yet very connected with Venus. You can say very Taurus card, right? It's like earthy, but with a strong Venus influence there. Definitely the mother-lover archetype there in its fullness, but also keep in mind that the Empress card is always the amalgamation, the totality of the queens in the tarot. In this deck, it would be the mothers, because it's made mother crone, not knight, queen, king. But to have that with the damsel archetype there, then this is your how do I say this in a nice way? Not your first time at the rodeo, do you know what I mean? But there's something in the damsel within you, even though where you've been in perhaps not just in this contract, but in your life, is that you've kind of done the mother thing. You sort of, regardless of your gender, in terms of your creativity, what you conceive, gestate, right? Like, I am the mother of my cats, symbolically speaking. I don't literally give birth to them, but my company, certainly, this channel, like, they're all my children in that sense. And where you're headed right now, or where you are in this contract, is 5 of Pentacles, a shakeup, the earthquake, a fast physical change. So in this contract, if there has been physical upset, particularly if there's violence, you're done. You're out. You know, I don't say that enough in these readings. I don't care what the contract is. If there is physical abuse, like if you really identify abuse or neglect, you're done. Contract canceled, by the way. If there really is that level of abuse, you just move. Pick up your bed and walk. As necessary. I know, easier said than done. We've all been there at different shades on the spectrum on that one. But I can feel this here for the damsel, that for you to maintain that fixed air point of view, for you to really come from this place of, no, I've got a solid foundation. This is also very much a card of unconditional love, but for you might be more egalitarian. Egalitarian is such a word I associate with Aquarians. Humanitarian, agape, like can't we all just get along kind of vibe. That sort of spiritual yet grounded social justice kind of unconditional love kind of thing, if we want to go there, since that's where we are on planet Earth. Where are you headed with this? Okay. The card of burnout. Now, don't freak out. It doesn't always mean burnout, like there's nothing left and you're just in ashes. That's really more of the card of the Phoenix, the major arcana card of death in this deck. This is the 8 of flames, the 8 of wands, right? Soaring through the air, right? Think Rider-Waite deck. That this is fast movement, like burnout, like something that's rapidly moving through. It can be a very passionate, forward-moving time. So, and certainly you hear it said on YouTube, well, it's communications. Well, I mean, communications, that would, you know, it's just like, oh, hi, how you doing? That's not the kind of communication. Now, if this is looking at physical burnout, where you're putting out more than you're taking in terms of self-nurturance, it's totally necessary in a twin flame contract every now and again for you to get the inequity and the imbalance here. But this, we're going to see what else hits the table, but I really, really get the feeling that that you may not be done with this person just yet, because this feels very twin flamey. Yes, I get it's a fire element card, but let's see what transforms as a result if we can see that. Because remember, it's just 1 month out of a larger, maybe reason, season, or lifelong contract. Now, let's have a look-see-dooksy at the twin who you are dealing with, my damsel. Nice deep breath, please. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please, 1 card in clarity, give us the dominant archetype of the twin in this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract for June 2020. I feel you. Please, who is the twin here that this damsel archetype is dealing with this timeline of the Empress, the 5 of Pentacles, and then the 8 of Flames, which is, you know, that 5 of Pentacles can just be a very fast physical change. It doesn't have to necessarily be negative, but something went down, or something is about to go down, or is going down right now. So please, who is the twin here? The twin is the healer. That's unexpected. That's very unexpected. The shadow attribute, taking advantage of those who need help, icky. Failing to care for oneself, which is just part of any of the service-based archetypes in any way, shape, or form. You must give that service to yourself, which is by what twin flames teach you. So keep that in mind. The light attribute, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. So I'm wondering if this is for crosswatch, like, because this would be the crosswatcher position, right? If you don't have any of the zodiacal stuff for Aquarius, this would be the crosswatcher. We're going to pull 3 cards for that. Same thing, we're going to use the Mythic Tarot for this one. But even just feeling the vibe on this, yeah, I'm going to reserve that. I want to see, it's an air sign. I want more data, please. Live long and prosper, Aquarians. Breathe. My gods, please, some clarity, a past, present, future, simple timeline, 3 cards for this healer archetype, the twin, in this twin flame contract with this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign Damsel contract archetype for June 2020, please. Yeah, I can feel the disruption on this one. What's going on, please, with this healer archetype? Where have they been in this contract? Where are they now in this contract? But it's because of the shakeup they're showing me. It's because this is the energy that's going on right now. It's like a little streak, I get it. Where are they headed in this contract? Something earthquakey. I get it. I mean, it's a part of your earthquake. Why wouldn't it trigger an earthquake feeling? All right, well, where this one has been the Hanged Man. Really, a sacrifice, letting go, seeing things differently, turning himself upside down, right? In order to gain something always, right? Even if it's insight, even if it's letting go of your position in an argument, just temporarily to listen to somebody without judgment, right? To give somebody, like even that level of surrender nowadays seems so grandiose, where it's just really being loving, giving people the opportunity to be heard. But regardless of what that is, this is where they are coming from. And to have that with a healer archetype just is part and parcel, right? And it's like you don't become a healer without dealing with plenty of hangman. Sometimes it's I let go and let God, I let go and let God. It's wait on the will of heaven. You show me what to do. I surrender, I let go. And sometimes it is literally being turned upside down so that you are forced to go with the flow or suffer. Yeah. Where are they now in this? Page of Swords. All right, so I use the word immature with the pages, but I don't necessarily mean childish. I mean immature, like a seed is an immature flower, right? It just isn't there yet, but the full potential is there. But there is some communication that this might be a verbal healer in that sense that there are things here to be communicated with your twin on this one. And look, I guess what's throwing me on this a little bit is more of an intellectual thing. Because even though I knew the healer archetype is in the deck and it's a dominant archetype on planet Earth right now, why wouldn't it be involved in a twin flame contract? The idea of a healer only able to heal themselves in a contract is something that is really tricky, right? Because the desire of the healer is to heal and may very much want to heal this damsel, but by contract you can't. So I think in terms of the communication here, this might be what some of the surrender has been here. It's like, I can't heal you. I can't heal you. I can't. It's a twin flame. That's how they're written. That's what they're contract. You have to heal yourself on this one. But that doesn't mean you don't. It's like I said, my father loved me. I love my dad. Blessed be Kenny. I love you. He crossed over right after I graduated high school. Oh boy. So we'll get there. So of course we loved each other. We were twin flames. He was never going to give me the acceptance that I needed as a young gay man in the 80s. I needed to do that for myself. Big shock, right? So that's how that rolls. See, but here's the thing. We got the devil card here. That's where they're headed with this. So look, the devil's not part of my mythology, right? I'm a Hellenistic Greek. That's why I love this deck. This is Pan. This is I want to say the down and dirty, but the element of earth isn't evil. I mean, dirt ain't evil. Dirt ain't bad. This can very much be about the prime, basic, sexual stuff, the shadow, right? But along with that comes the guilt, the shame, the chains, the repressed, and all of that stuff. That is, this healer is moving into that place of healing. Now, I'm going to say, with the three major arcana cards on the table, you are coming from, like I said, this more unconditionally interesting place, but then with this change that's coming, there is something either complete burnout, like you're exhausted, which you don't really get from this card vibrationally. You usually do, I don't at this time. But something moves fast, like the heat is turned up quickly. Well, that could be a result of this one getting ready, right? Having let go to some extent, but there are communication happening between the two of you that then brings up either shadow stuff or stuff gets hot and sticky and heavy and not necessarily bad. I mean, I know it's a tricky card, the devil. It depends on a lot of religious programming. But really, the shadow self, if you really do the psychological research, and I mean research, not just read an article, I mean even researching within yourself the shadow, you're going to find a lot of it is inner child stuff. healer, heal thyself, right? So very, very interesting thing. Now we know who you are and who they are to an extent, but now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. We're going to take the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack, which I've already divided into 2 different decks, the suit of the problem, which is half the deck, and the other 3 suits in the deck, Luck, Healing, and Wisdom. No, Luck, Healing, and Grace are in this one. So we have the problem and the solution. But often in twin flame readings, it's not just what's the problem, it's a predicament. Predicaments do not have solutions like problems do. You have to endure them and let them transform you. That's how the only way out is through. Yeah? Twin flame. So let's see what you get asking the Ascended Masters of Twin Flame Contracts. Breathe. There you are. My Ascended Masters of Twin Flame Contracts. That was so warm and loving. Thank you so very much. Please, 1 card in clarity for this Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign Twin Flame Contract for June 2020. What have you got for them? What is the problem here, or the nature of the predicament, right? In this Twin Flame Contract for June 2020, or timeless, between this Aquarian damsel and this twin of the healer archetype. What have you got here? Interesting. Fear of commitment. Fear of commitment now. Come on. That can manifest itself so easily in the romantic sexual context, and we do have the damsel on the table, so I get that. And the devil, often a card of fear, and it can be a fear of enmeshment, of fear, of toxicity, as well as patterns of avoidance, particularly if you were abused, neglected, codependent upon, or lost a loved one. Check the box. Everybody's at least got number 4 on that one. So the fear of commitment there might be the predicament in which you find yourselves. And just because I put it next to the healer, that doesn't mean that's just the healer. That's every card from here on out, once the timelines are done, are about the entire contract itself, not just one of you. Because you're twins, you see. So let's see. Ascended Masters, what is the either problem, the solution to the problem, or the guiding light out of the predicament, please? My Ascended Masters, a piece of luck, a piece of healing, a piece of grace for this Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign Twin Flame Contract involving this Aquarian damsel and this twin with the healer archetype, please. Considering the problem or the predicament is the fear of commitment. Oh, how did I do that? I did the wrong deck. That was funny. Pain. Well, not funny, haha. Sorry. My Ascended Masters, please. I guess you want... Pull that card. Pull that card. So then part of the problem here is pain. Oh, the fear of commitment because of pain. Oh, fear of commitment because you both experienced pain before. Oh, got it. Okay. They wanted to elaborate. So then what is the piece of grace, the piece of healing, or got it, or the piece of luck here? What's going on here? This is a little different. You've never done that before. Please, my Ascended Masters, what do you got for them? Just to clarify, romance. Just to clarify. They just wanted to clarify, you see, that this fear of commitment is about pain, right? Shared pain, pain that you have individually, the pain of humanity, the masculine energy pain body, the feminine energy pain body, just all of that. And this twin flame contract is helping you at least heal the romantic delusions, the seduction of romantic illusion and delusion. To break these chains of pain. So important, because as one of us do that, it becomes easier for everybody else. It's just the quantum entanglement of planet Earth, and the 5th dimensional unity and all that. All right. That was a lot to get that information, but it's worth it. The Healing with the Angels Oracle. What is the angel, or the set of angels that is offering their hands to both of you to help you heal, right? The angels will help you heal. You just can't help heal each other. Breathe. That must drive this healer nuts. And that might be part of the devil that they have to, the shadow that they just can't heal everybody and everything. It's not how it works. I alone do nothing, I just heard. So please, my angels, One card in clarity. What is the angel that is offering their healing through the Healing of the Angels Oracle to this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract for June 2020 are timeless, involving this damsel and this healer, please. Abundance. Haven't seen this card come up in a while. This is about extra. This isn't just about money. Abundance is about having everything that you need in the present moment. Now, you may not think you have everything that you need in this present moment, but you do from your soul's perspective, right? It's that's how we begin to discern the difference between what we need and what we want. If we already have everything we need just for this moment right now, that's where being in the present moment and all of that stuff kind of stems from that. In every breath, we're given the guidance, the grace, the inspiration we need, but are we relaxed enough? Are we at peace enough? Or are we so in the past and in the future, right? So in something romantic like that, to say abundance, this isn't no, right? Well, breathe. This is what the angels are offering you, perhaps a deeper experience of abundance as a result of what's already gone on here. Because with the fear of commitment, understand that then that's about committing to, if not each other, then certainly to the path of your own healing, which can certainly bring about an abundance of all sorts of things, not just cash, right? We need to kind of grow up out of that thing of abundance always meaning finance, because it's not, it's not the vibe in total. That's a percentage of, but not the whole pie. Pie. Let's get you a Whisper of Love Oracle from the higher selves of all involved, meaning both of you, your higher selves, are in on this. Breathe. The higher self collective, please. The higher selves of all involved. One card in clarity, a whisper of love for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame contract involving this Aquarian damsel and this twin of the healer archetype. Please, what is the message, the whisper of love from the higher selves of all involved for both of them in this contract? Have patience. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. I find that very interesting. Maybe this, though a romantic entanglement in some way, shape, or form, has a larger context here. Now, I am hesitant to talk about the possibility of twin flames being transformed into soulmate contracts. I hear they happen. I don't think I've experienced that directly. I think I would know, one would hope. But that is a Matt Kahn thing that I can feel the truth of. It's just like, really? That happens? And he says they're rare. Go watch his video, Soul Contracts, Twin Flames, and Soulmates Redefined. The link is in the description box. I always put it in my stuff when I'm doing these types of reads. But to have patience, love is patient and kind always, particularly be patient with yourself. Look, a lot of change going on for you, but then this fire, things moving very, very quickly. To have patience with yourself on that. Because for this healer with that devil card, and as I'm not afraid of the devil, I do shadow work, but it does feel like this is going to be a healer, heal thyself situation where there's just a lot of pain that's got to come up. So let's then, of course, do the wise thing, which is to get the last card on the table down, which would be a card from the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Whoop, there he is, Hay House author. Really, really digging this deck. Highly recommend it. And these will be the Ascended Masters again, the ones that gave us the Fear of Commitment card, the Pain card, and the card of Romance, which is a luck suit, by the way, which may not feel so lucky in this context. So let's see what your healing mantra is. Okay, before I even pull the card, whoever's watching this, the Aquarian or the cross watcher here, which would be the twin, one would think, just work the mantra. It'll help you heal. That's what it's for. To help you fulfill your part in the contract, and ultimately all you have to do to fulfill a soul contract is to survive it. So you got that going for you. Breathe. And you guys weren't kidding, Ascended Masters, this round, doing it this way. I really like this new format with the Twin Flames. They're intense, but it's the truth about them. It's like cut right to the core. So please, my Ascended Masters of Twin Flame contracts, what is the perfect healing mantra for this Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Twin Flame contract for June 2020 or timeless. Please, they're perfect. Ooh, almost had that one. The perfect healing mantra. No, that's two. The perfect healing mantra for this Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Twin Flame contract, June 2020 or timeless. And you got awakening inspired action. There's only what life is asking of me. Awakening inspired action. There's only what life is asking of me, which means there might not need be so much overthinking on this, although we're talking to an air sign. And wait, let me read this one. I've used this one personally. Awakening inspired action. There is only what life is asking of me. When you awaken inspired action, you are an open, willing participant in your soul's journey. Now, again, I'm doing this reading for the damsel here. So right there, as an air sign, just to take that mental lens and just click that into place for a moment. When you awaken inspired action, you are an open, willing participant in your soul's journey. In other words, you're playing the game. It's like, okay, romantic twin flame is this? Let's play, right? You are ready, willing, and able to face any feeling or make any necessary change just for the chance to serve the cosmic plan of the universe. In other words, you're getting, it's like, oh, this is part of the divine design. Let's play, game on. You feeling me? That's definitely, that would make this 9 of flames way more fun. Just saying. When inspired action has been awakened, you radiate higher frequencies of light for the well-being of all. You get there's a larger context. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-sabotage, resolving boredom, and increasing fulfillment. Now, of course, for the healer, that would be the same, right? Whoever's watching this, the healing mantra is for both of you. But understand, it's going to benefit the one who does it. If you both do it, you both benefit from it. So that's very interesting. Awakening inspired action, which does indicate, I don't think this is over. I don't think this is over. Particularly with the 8 of flames and the devil in where you're both headed. With a fear of commitment and pain, I get, but when you get, it's like the pain, you're gonna have to, that's the healer, you're gonna have to heal the pain anyway. But it's learning how to heal the self. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop up the picture, we'll see what else shows, because I'm already bouncing around, which is what the larger picture is for. Take a nice deep breath. Magic clap. Because my Aquarians, you've got the damsel archetype in the shadow attribute, waiting for a knight, K-N-I-G-H-T, to provide for you. And that's a tricky thing, right? Waiting for anyone to provide for you, but a knight in shining armor in particular to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusions. And yes, we've all been seduced by them, but to what extent do they command your energy out of your field? Good way to look at it. The light attribute, understanding the nature of healthy romance, and that's what this one is for. This is for you to really get what healthy romance is about, and inspires you to rely on yourself. And really, you've got the goods. You've got the Empress in where you've been in this contract. So maybe you have been a mother and a wife symbolically or literally already, but now there is this 5 of Pentacles. There is this upset that's moving you quickly, because earthquakes don't last very long, but they change everything, into this 8 of flames, this forward motion, but this passion burning like a wildfire, a burnout, just leaving ash in its wake, but at the same time going through that process of renewal and passion and following your creativity, your sexuality, and let's face it, your romance. This is a romantic sexual deal going on here. Looking at the twin here, though, with the healer archetype, taking advantage of those who need help. So look, I'm not seeing, everybody needs help every now and again, but damsel, I'm not, so particularly with that Empress in your, where you've been here, I'm not seeing that you were necessarily in that place where you needed their help. But to keep that in mind, that's a possibility here, as well as this healer may very well be failing to take care for oneself, as ever the maxim is, healer, heal thyself, and if you can't, have good friends that you can turn to and get info, and get the help you need, right? Because with that card of the Hangman in their recent past, it's almost like they probably gave this one up, this relationship, for a bit, and yet now there is communication happening between the two of you, at least somewhere around the time when you're watching this reading. That Page of Swords, not just the Gemini card, which is very similar, messages in that way, but the Page of Swords. Pages are messengers. This really feels like a piece of information gets shot across his deck, if not the other way around, as a result of what you're going through with that Five of Pentacles. But then for the healer to go into the shadow, and it really depends. Like, you would know this healer better than I do. I can feel the spectrum of somebody really avoiding their own pain, because we're already moving on to the fear of commitment and the card of pain that we got from the love pack there, the real chains that bind there. But if this is someone doing shadow work who really is a healer, then they are going to be fine, because they will be, if they have the healer archetype, they are going to be given everything that they need to heal themselves and fulfill their part of the twin flame contract. But with that card of romance here as well overshadowing this, that this is really an opportunity for at least you, my damsel, to break some of the seduction threads of romantic illusion. Because the thing about seduction is, once you know it's a seduction, it's not that seductive anymore. Once you know it's an illusion, yes, it might take a couple of passes to clip all the gossamer threads of romantic delusion, let alone illusion. But seduction, to be seduced by it, well, once you know what it is, right? Once you know what it is, it's not so seductive anymore. And so then with the healing angel, and again, they show me this every time I've done this series, the angel extending hands equally, one to each twin, here offering abundance in some way, shape, or form. Can be abundance of information, can be an abundance of love, can be an abundance of opportunity, can be an abundance of cash, can be any of that. But to open yourselves to that, you can only do that individually. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. And I will say this about fixed air signs. Obviously, Aquarian's the only fixed air sign in the zodiac. You guys can really pull back and hang out in the upper atmospheres, sort of watching things happen from that larger place. So patience can often be a virtue of Aquarians in general. But with that then awakening inspired action, that would make sense. That's when the inspiration would come, where you would see what life is asking of you, so that the mantra, there's only what life is asking of me, can be given really loud and clear. And I just want to check something. Hold on one second. Awakening inspired action. Yeah, overcoming self-sabotage, resolving boredom, and increasing fulfillment. That resolving boredom thing is what's going to allow you to have the patience, which is just that I will be shown what to do. This way you can be more focused, alive, awake, and present in your body, at least as the damsel healer. For the healer, though, I gotta say, awakening inspired action, healer, and I would mean this for anybody in this situation. Do the best you can to heal yourself. This is a twin flame contract. That's what this one's about. A lot for 13 cards, but I really, really dig it. So, may the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their twin flame contracts in general, not just this one for June 2020 or timeless, that they may heal their pain, that they may evolve, that they may become the best that they can be and fulfill their role in the divine plan, at least in their lives, and to be a blessing upon all of them. May they be so blessed. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Again, please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment if you can comment on this. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of June 2020 and the rest of it all. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.